All right, Bob, I've got a mini review for us today. Orange is the New Black. We started this show together a few weeks back, right?
Yeah, if you can say that, I guess that as much as together as you can start a Netflix show, but definitely I gave it a few episodes before giving up, and it sounds like you finished it.
Giving up. I was wondering how far you pushed forward, but you put it on the official giving up pile, huh?
Well, let's just say it's on the pretty far on the back burner. Like maybe I shouldn't be so definitive. Like it could come back, but it's pretty far down the queue by comparison. There's just a lot of other TV that, has my interest at this moment.
Sure, sure. So let me get to my actual mini review here. Orange is the New Black. It might seem slow, but I liked it more and more as I got deeper into the world it creates. The yuppie protagonist is maybe the least likable character in the rich, vivid community of prisoners. 4 out of 5. Stars, of course, Taylor Schilling as Piper Chapman, and it's created by Genji Cohen of Weeds fame. Um, so this is one of the new Netflix model shows
hmm
where they just release it all at once. And I gotta say that this is probably my favorite of all the shows that Netflix has released in its original programming blitz this year.
Wow, that is a huge statement. I guess I'll let you finish.
So it's not very plot based. I mean, this is a mini review. I'm not going to get tons into it, but this yuppie woman, she ends up going to jail for something she did years ago. It finally caught up with her, and she's in this sort of medium security prison with a lot of people who are not very much like her. Not too many yuppies in jail, I guess. And so she has to learn to survive, to fit in, to make her way into place, and she has relationships with her fiance outside of the prison that has its ups and downs. Um, yeah, it's one of those. I feel like we've got a wave recently of not so likable female protagonists, and I don't know if people are trying to make a statement here, but I feel like it's interesting to notice. Like Enlightened was this way too, but with Orange is the New Black and Enlightened, you see this unlikable woman who's entitled, full of herself, sort of narcissistic, and you're sort of turned off. And then, but you think about it, and wait a second, I watch all these shows with unlikable male protagonists, and I'm not turned off. And anyway, it's an interesting statement there, feminist-wise, I think.
Well, if that's enough for you, I had a hard time just with the premise, and maybe it was partly the unlikable character, and I just have to say my vote's on House of Cards is the Netflix viewing selection of choice, but I'll let you finish your mini review.
Yeah, sure, that's fair enough. I liked House of Cards pretty well too. So a couple things I liked. Just to say a little bit more about this unlikable female protagonist. I, More than just the political statement, I found it very interesting because this is a show that's sort of tailored to middle class yuppie types, and she's the one representative of that at the same time. Um, but at the same time, she's perhaps the meanest person there. She's one of the least sympathetic, and but at the same time, I'm watching this and I'm relating to her, but also maybe thinking about how just because I relate to her doesn't mean that she's the best person there. I don't know. I found that really interesting.
Okay, you're slow. You're maybe slightly bringing me back, but it's
Then
one level higher in the queue.
the one other thing is just every layer, every episode, it just peels back one more layer about the other people there, the other women in the prison, and you finally get to know them, see what makes them tick, see what causes them pain in their lives, see the circumstances in which they committed their crimes, and you just feel, I don't know, you feel like you get to know them a lot. And I just found it created a really rich world that I just like spending time in every week.
Well, cool. Sounds like a decent enough show. 4 out of 5, right?